Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fishing with Big D. On today's episode, I'll be reviewing the Berkley Spooling Station. I found this at my local Bass Pro Shop for 20 bucks. Looks like a pretty good value. I'm going to try this out since I'm getting ready to re-spool my rods up for the 2019 fishing season, guys. Alright guys, so I've taken the instructions out and I've assembled it, the part that needs assembly. And now let's get into how this works. Alright, so you've got the base stand here. On the back you'll see these two round discs. You'll just slide that out kind of like a crossbow. Then you're going to slide it further out once again. And that's going to be your setup for your spooling section that holds your line. It's going to fold up here kind of like a football goal post. And these lock in place like so. Then here on the main part of the base near the handle here, you'll see this red little button here. You're going to hold that up with your finger and let the spooling rod slide out. It's really neat how all this is compact and packs together. This just goes here and on the other side so that you can put your line on there for your spooling process. You also have this nifty little spring-loaded trigger handle. That's going to allow you to take your Baitcaster, just like a fishing pole has the little slots here, and you have the slots on the back of your reel. You're going to slide that in there, pull the handle back, and there you go. It's locked in place. You're ready to spool your line. Alright, so let me show you the process for the open face reels or spinning combos. So this is the piece that needed assembled. You'll have a little crank handle here. You'll have this base that also mounts just like a fishing reel does. That locks in place here on the handle, so you've got a way to spool. And the way this one works, after you've put this together, you're going to take the spool off of your reel. You're going to slide it here on these rubber locks in the center, and you're going to take these two little button gauges here, slide them together like so. That causes these round rubbers to squeeze in tight and hold it in place. Then you have some wing nuts on the back. You're going to tighten those up just a little bit. You don't have to do nothing crazy tight. And there you have it. You've got your reel in place. Now I'm going to load that up on the base like so, and I will be able to spool my line. Alright, I've decided to put some 4-pound on this smaller reel that I have here. I like to fish lighter line and presentation on this particular one. I've got that locked in place to where I need it. And here's the neat little thing right here on the, let me take this out so you can see it. Right here on the base, you're going to have this little pad that has a rubber tip on it. That's going to fold back, and that's going to be what puts the tension on your line. So I'm going to slide these poles back in again. There we go, it's in place. Whoops. I'm going to pull that foot back out, stick it on that side of my line, and when it pulls, that's just going to help to hold this in place and keep pressure on my line. So then the next step, guys, you're going to take your tag end here, and I like to clean the little sticker I had there in the past off. Make sure I get it off real good. Then I'm going to tie a knot to my reel. Alright, now that I got that in place, I normally keep another piece of my sticker handy here. I'm just going to take a section of that and I'm going to lay that right over that knot on my reel. That helps that line stay in place, keeps that knot from spinning freely on that reel. That's going to give me the tension that I need. Alright guys, everything's in place. I've got the stopper on, I've got the line where I want it, and now I'm just going to begin to spool. Let me scoot a little closer. You can see the line's tightened up. That little foot's holding pressure and tension to the spool. And this is going to help you prevent your line twists and the many problems you get when you're spooling up new line on a reel. So I'm just going to go not real fast at it, just a steady little speed until I get that first good layer on there. I like to use my finger to kind of guide it so I can get it evenly spooled across this reel. Alright guys, so I'm going to stop midways here, and here on the side you'll notice that there's a tool piece here. What this is meant for, if you look on the side here, there's a drive slot that you could stick this in, and that will also work just like the crank wheel. You could take this crank off, you could take your drill and slide this in the end of it just like you would a normal drill bit. You can slide that in here and you can make this go a lot faster. Make sure you're going the right way before you take off. And I'm just going to keep it at a low setting because I don't want to get out of control. And all I'm doing is taking my thumb and my finger and I'm threading that slowly back and forth so I get an even lay across this rod or this reel. This is really going to speed things up for you. Alright guys, I think I've gotten to just where I need to be. Looks really good. As you can see, that was really quick. No trouble at all. All I'm going to do is take my scissors. I'm going to clip the line, loosen up these wing nuts just a little. You don't have to take them all the way. And I can slide this apart. That's going to open up, and there we go. I've got a freshly spooled reel ready to go back onto my spinning reel. Like so, and then all you got to do is screw your cap back on and you are good to go. Throw this back on your fishing pole, run it through your eyelets, and you're ready to tie bait on. Just like that. Probably have about 5 or 6 minutes into this. The longest time that it took was to put this together, guys. So there we go. Alright guys, so we just did a spinning reel. We're going to take the attachment off. I'm going to set that to the side. Next we're going to do a Baitcaster. So once again, all you're going to do is take your reel. You're going to lock it in the spring loaded section here. Really easy and fast. Alright, for this one I've changed the size line that I've got here to 8 pound. I like to use 8 pound on this. Alright, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to load this up. Once again, I'm going to slide my brake out, pull it out, get it between the line right there. And I'm going to thread this through my eyelet here that guides your line and rotates to make sure you're feeding it properly. Once I've got that through, I'm going to have it wind around right here. Just enough to where I could tie a double knot. Alright, so I've got my knot, and I like to take a small piece of the tape that comes on the brand new line that we got here. I like to overlay that. What that will do is it'll adhere to the spinning part of the reel, and it'll lock that knot down so it won't slide. I'm just going to tighten up my spool here real quick before we start. Alright, and I think we are ready to go. I've got it tightened up here so it's not real loose. Got the brake all the way down. And there we go, we're off to the races. Just going to begin to spool this. It's really, really simple. It'd be awesome if we could use that drill attachment on this one, but it doesn't have that option, guys. You're going to have to manually hand crank this on. I think this one recommends 200 yards with this particular poundage. Alright guys, let me scoot a little closer. All I'm doing is cranking, and the reel will do the rest. This is pretty simple, guys. You're just going to spool it out till you've hit what you feel like is 200 yards of line. I like to look on the side plate there, and you can kind of generally tell where the line that was last on there left off, because you can see how it's rubbed against the side. I'll use that for my stopping point. Alright guys, that's going to be it. And there you have it. One Baitcaster loaded and ready to go. The line looks pretty nice. I don't see any issues that we might run into with overlay or spider webbing. This is ready to go right back on that rod, and you're ready to thread it through and tie your lure on in. Alright, so let me take this spool off real quick and show you how simple it is to close up. You're going to put the 2 feet down. You're going to lock this part down, stand it up. That's going to lock in place. You're going to slide open this small piece here. This is where your rod's going to slide into and store. Keeps it from sliding back out. And you've got the power pack ready to go. You can stick this piece on here. And you can hang this up on your wall in the shop with that little eyelet. And it's out of the way, convenient, stored away, and ready to go, guys. Overall, this is pretty decent. If I had to rate this on a 5-star level, I would give it a 4-star. Just because some of the assembly was really tough. Some of the parts were hard to get to work the way they say they do in the instructions. My second issue is when you're spooling your spool for your open face, you still have to use your finger to get that even line lay on it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I noticed that mine kept wanting to stick to one end, so I slowly started moving my finger with it. Definite plus to me was the additional piece that you could use for a drill attachment. That really speeds the process up very fast. I like that option, but it doesn't work on the Baitcaster. Last but not least, one issue that really stood out to me was, let me show you this once again, was this little rubber piece here, the tensioner. I noticed that when it gets hot, it tends to leave some black rubber pieces in my reel and in the line. I noticed that on some other YouTubers' videos that they did on this actual spooling system. Not for sure if that's going to cause issues later on or not. Won't know till we get out in the water. But overall, 20 bucks, not too bad. I give it a 4-star out of 5. Thank you for watching. If you got any more comments or questions or concerns, drop them in the box below. And as always, thank you for being a part of the Big D Fishing family. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can always get notifications when we drop new videos. Tight lines.